happened to this piece? Alright, this piece I got is called, I wrote this piece live. It's called Naked. I just learned that this needs to be said. Because I'm being tormented constantly by thoughts that are in my head. I am now constantly seeing snapshots of an abstract, complex concept so sacred. I mean, I was covered up in what I thought were the fine designer things in life, but without you, I guess, I'm naked. See, I'm heavily haunted by your past essence. Because even to this day, I sometimes yearn for your presence. Because since early adolescence, you were my present, for which every night I had prayed for. I mean, I really thought we were made for each other, so what am I dismayed for? I mean, the price has been paid for. In my moment of need, yeah, I pray more. But despite of your fucking and sucking of other men, I wonder what the hell I stay for. Well, face it. At our beginning origin, our relations was vacant. And the expression and the stressing of the overpressing issue that kept us from being complacent. And underneath all of that shit, we found an agent to clean our wounds, cuts, and bruises from which we were once aching. I mean, I was convinced to what I thought was love, but once again, I was mistaken. Past history is ancient, ain't it? We was that picture-perfect couple, not even more naked painters. But now I'm naked. But to grasp such a concept of being naked, you gotta go back to roots. Think about it. Remember this? Just like Eve, I was deceived into eating forbidden fruits. Getting more emotional. Alright. Then I sought the hidden truth as I ruffled through your physical veil. Same way God made Eve from Adam, I thought you was my rib for real. But you always hide how you feel. I mean, with all myself, I tried to get you to reveal what's concealed. But today, I look at me, then I look at you. Then I see you had to have your own cake and eat mine too. But need I remind you, unlike some, I did not hold a knife while standing behind you. At last, I find truth in your talk and the lies. At the liberation of verbal expressions, I keep gaining your eyes. Then and now, you are despised because thine eyes were never confined to the confines of mine. And all the time that I whined and dined you, and after all the long periods of separation, how I managed to search and find you. And once I found you, I promised to cherish and to hold. Confirmation the choices I made seemed so bold. Look, I would trade my summers and springs for her winters and falls just so she wouldn't be cold. But I cherished the ground she walked on. But then my heart was walked on by the sun which my plans revolved. But I had been rinsed of her stains. Parts of her no longer remains. And I had evolved back to 100% pure man. Yeah, 100% pure man. And why can't you understand I am not another man? I am who I am, and that who I am I shall continue to be. That who I was then is who I am now. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. But anyway, back to being naked. Just like Adam and Eve started, and back to being naked, just like Adam and Eve started. I am now glad to dismiss the poorly departed. I now console my soul was dwelt in that garden, the same place where our parents dwelled before they asked God to excuse them of their pardon. I am now a hardened, unaffected, unable to be contested, striving to be perfected poet in his prime. I give y'all my confession because I owed it to you in my rhyme, but this was never there. And as time proceeded on, my flesh began to tear and life was everywhere, less the burdens for me to bear. At one whiff and sniff, I got addicted to the fresh air. Oof. I feel revitalized and without stripes, since I no longer have to deal with the burden of you being in my life.